Have either of you read much of Mario Vargas Llosa's work? He's honestly one of my favorite writers. His novels always have this incredible depth.
Yeah, I have read The Time of the Hero. That was my first introduction to him. It's a pretty raw portrayal of life at a military academy in Peru, right? I remember being struck by how he criticized the wall structure. I was pretty bold, especially at the time he wrote it.
I read A Feast of the Goat, and I was hooked. It's such a brilliant depiction of Trujillo's the dictatorship in the Dominican Republic. The way he shows both the personal trauma and the political consequences of living under the dictatorship was really intense. His writing hits hard.
Oh, definitely. The Feast of the God is one of the best. Vargas Llosa has this unique way of blending personal stories with political realities. His novels are never just about the characters. They are about the world system those characters are living in. Have you read Conversation in the Cathedral?
No, but I be heard about it. People say it's one of his most complex novels. What is it about exactly?
It's set during the dictatorship of Manuel Odría in Peru, and it's basically his long conversation between two characters reflecting on how politics has shaped their lives. The story is fragmented, moving back and forth in time. So you slowly piece together how corruption and political oppression have touched every corner of their world. Uh, it's one of those books where you really have to pay attention to the structure because the dialogue is mixed with flashbacks and inner thoughts. It's all about the perceived nature of power in society.
Whoa, sounds intense. Vargas Llosa really digs deep into politicals. Ha! I know he's been very vocal about his political views over the years. He even ran for president in Peru, didn't he?
Yeah, in 1990, he lost to Fujimori, but that campaign really cement his political reputation. I think his experience with that and his disillusionment with politics has influenced a lot of his later works. You can see in his novels that he has a very cynical view of how power operates, especially in Latin America.
That makes sense. I think it's fascination how he doesn't shy away from showing the dark side of politics. Even in the time of the hero, you get this sense that the system is corrupt at its core. It's like he always examining how power corrupt institutions and individuals.
Exactly. I feel the same way reading The Feats of the Goat. There is this overwhelming sense of no of how the leadership not only break the political system but also destroy people on the very personal level. The way Vargas Llosa describes the characters' fear, the paranoia, the way they trap. It's like you're living in the sophisticating whirlwind then.
That's one of his great strengths. I think his characters are so real, and you feel their struggles as they navigate this oppressive environment. He's not just writing about dictators or corrupt politicians. He's showing how ordinary people are affected by those forces. In conversation in the cathedral, for example, the characters aren't all powerful or heroic. They are just trying to survive in a corrupt system.
He's one of the few authors who can really capture that balance between personal and political, without one overshadowing the other. His books feel so relevant, especially considering the political situations in Latin America, both in the past and even now.
Absolutely. You can tell he's deeply connected to Peru history, but his themes resonate beyond just one country. I think that's why his books has been translated into too many languages. They speak to universal issues of power, freedom, and identity.
Exactly. And it's not just politics. And his books often explore other themes like love, identity, morality, and the war of the end of the world. For example, he explored fanaticism and idealism, told the story of religious rebellion in Brazil. He's always looking at how big ideas could impact people's lives in unexpected ways.
You're right, his novels always make you reflect on the broader picture while still being grounded in the personal experience of his characters. He's one of those rare writers who can make you think deeply while also telling a really engaging story.
I think I need to read more of his work. Conversation in the Cathedral sounds like a good next step. Any other recommendations?
Definitely read the work of the end of the world. It's historical fiction, but it feels so relevant. Also, the greenhouse, it's more surreal, but it's an amazing look at how different lives intersect in a small Peruvian town.
I'll have to add those to my list too. Vargas Llosa writing really does leave an impact. His works are timeless.